Now, one thing that I kind of want to ask you a little bit, when you were first getting into law, did you pursue a degree in computer science first, or did you go the legal route first?
So I went the legal route. So
Yeah.
I went to law school in 1996. I graduated in 1999. And in 1998, I did a self study class on Y2K legal issues, litigation, and all of that stuff. And before that, I had zero interest in technology other than as a user. I was going to be a corporate attorney, do that kind of stuff. And the only experience I had was taking one WordPerfect class in college on how to use WordPerfect.
Oh
So
my
I went
gosh.
the legal route. And with Y2K, I got into the legal side with technology. And then when that fizzled out, I got into like internet contracting because back then you didn't know if you could have a contract over the internet. That was a new area. So I published some journal articles on that. A couple of courts cited them, and I thought, hey, this is great. I found my next thing in tech law, right?
Yeah.
And then this thing called the Uniform Electronic Transactions Act came out and said, of course you can, next issue. And I was like, oh, there we go again. But it got my feet into it, and it got me into a position where I could start adapting to take on new issues as they emerged. And then we got into the hacking stuff in the 2000s, and I got farther into that in the mid 2000s. I handled my first data breach in 2001 before we had any laws on all this stuff.
Oh wow.
We just had to stumble our way through it and try to figure out like the right thing to do. And then, the mid 2000s, the data breach side of things started picking up. And then one day, Target and Home Depot happened, and it
Yep.
just changed my whole practice. Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah.
So the lesson is adapting, all
Yes.
of us adapting.
Yes. Now, I have to ask this, you talk about such a very, I would say, very detailed journey that you have. What was one of the challenges that you faced going through your journey?
Um, well, the biggest challenge was when there are no rules.
Yeah.
Like as a lawyer, we look to rules, either statutory or through case law or contracts, things like that, to kind of give us the guidelines. And when you don't have those rules, you've got to do a lot of reasoning from basic principles.
Right.
That was it was a horrible challenge early on as a baby lawyer because you didn't have credibility. Nobody knew what you were talking about, and you didn't have clear rules. And
Yeah.
so, people used to tell me, Shawn, we're tired of hearing all this out of you. You've been telling us the sky is falling stuff for decades, and that challenge back then, learning how to navigate that with the advent of AI and
Yeah.
all of the same challenges we had with cyber law in the late 90s, you know,